Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be patterning this foot. Yes, this is going to be a plantigrade suit. It will be my first plantigrade suit. I've only made one digigrade suit, and that's it. So it'll be a bit of a new experience for me. But plantigrade suits are, I know from research, that they are significantly easier to make than Fursuits. What do I look like? I look like a person. I don't know what to tell you. But I have been told that I look like Tom Holland. So, there you go. That's your only hint. And that's only if my hair is, like, in a certain way. How did, you make the digi-padding? So basically what I did is I pinned, like, a bunch of foam onto the duct tape dummy, and then I carved the foam. And I took the foam kind of, like, off the dummy, and I patterned that. Because I did pillow padding just because it was my first time. I would really like to do sewn-in patterning, but I just don't really know how. I can't really give a tutorial because I've only done it once. It was really hard. Oh, yeah, the bird is being a little squeaky in the background. You have fans. Admittedly, I'm a bit of a fan of my bird, too. Tips on telling your parents you're a furry. Well, it's just a hobby. So, I don't know. If you say, hey, it's just a hobby, look at all these, like, cool people making cool things. I like that, then they'll probably be fine with it. What sewing machine do I use? I use, it's right underneath. I forget exactly the model. It is an Elna. I think it's an Elna 3120. I forget exactly, but it's one of the Elnas. It does its job. It's not fantastic, but it does work. It does work. Have I seen the Mike Schmidt edits and simps? I've seen like one or two. I thought it was funny. I did see the movie. And yesterday, I started playing Security Breach just because I could on my Xbox. Normally I don't play games, but I felt like it. So I spent $40. Which is very expensive for a game. I was very surprised. Oh wow, there are 53 people here. Oh my gosh. That's way more than I normally have. I am missing the chat. Okay. That person, they are giving the side eye. That's just what happens with follow me eyes. Selling Christmas pre-mades. Ooh, they're gonna be Dynamasks. That is a good question. Okay, here's just an idea that I just had off the top of my head. So I see like a whole bunch of Christmas suits, and they're all like red, white, and green, and that's just a very common theme, and that is, you know, Christmas. But like, what if instead of that you did like Christmas lights? You know, like blue, yellow, green, white. I think that'd be interesting. But I don't. I mean, you can do whatever you want, really. Your first Christmas in the fandom. That's exciting. Let's see, how many Christmases have I had? I think 3? I've been at this a while. And hey, I mean, you say you celebrate Christmas, and if, for example, this is just kind of how I kind of got into it. I asked for fursuit making supplies for Christmas when I didn't have the money to be able to afford a lot of tools and materials. That was like a great thing to do, to ask for that for Christmas. You know, of course, you don't have to do that at all. That's an example if I know many people like to do that. And always ask me how they get their supplies and how to start, and that's just something you can do. I am going to keep this mask on just because I can see way better than I can with Toki, and that's important when I'm working on fursuit making and when I have a knife to cut duct tape. My bird is being obnoxious. I think it's the duct tape noises. I'll try to be a bit quieter. Hoping to get a Dynamouse for Christmas. Well, that would be super, super cool. And I wish you good luck on that. Alright, we got one toe. The bird's being crazy. Actually, he's not. He's being pretty calm and relaxed. It's just what he's like always. So when he's crazy, he's going crazy. I might show him later. That just depends on if he wants to. And right now, I want to get this done. Yeah. There isn't a whole lot of fursuit making things, like part of the process that I can do on the stream. Patterning is one of them, so I would like to take my time and stream when I can. Yeah, international shipping is very expensive for fursuits. I mean, for anything, really. But if you got, like, a big box that weighs, like, 8 pounds, I don't know how many kilograms that is. Wait. Yes, I do. Let me do math. That's, like, over 16, I think. Yeah, it's, like, more than 16 kilograms. That's expensive, yeah. But, I don't know, that's just something you have to consider when commissioning someone. that was really loud. Oh, right here. What's my favorite suit I've ever made? I made a Dragon Dog full digi suit. The name is Axel. You can find them somewhere on my channel. I'm so happy with how their bodysuit came out. Just everything, and I'm really happy with it. Yeah, so here's kind of what I do. So I have my mat and I'll lay strips of duct tape on it, and I'll just kind of take my box cutter and just kind of like cut how big of a piece I need, and then I'll just put it on here. So like in these big flat areas, I can put much bigger pieces of duct tape. But here, where I have to like go around the curvature of the toes, I have smaller pieces. Ooh, head bases. That's a great question. I know a good deal about head bases. So for like your bucket base, normally people use 1/2-inch foam, usually high density, and depending on where you get it from, high density is normally green or like blue. It's green at Joann's if you go to Joann's. Breathing, 1 second. But like, okay, so let's say for the muzzle, you want it to be like 4 inches thick. Usually people will use like 1 to 2-inch foam and just like stack it together and like glue it. Personally, I use high density 1/2-inch, and then low density 1-inch and 2-inch, if that makes sense. Alright, I think I'm almost done with the second toe. Yeah, it is sad that Siam's owner had to sell him. It's disappointing, but I understand why. they had to. I understand how important pets are, believe me. And, you know, it's always sad to see someone sell their suit, but, you know, hopefully someone who may not be able to afford a commission can still get a suit. Alright, I gotta reload on duct tape. Oh shoot, where's the seam? Here we go. You could use a Therian mask instead. I mean, I probably could. I mean, I could also just wear, like, sunglasses and, like, a COVID mask or a medical mask. And that would be easier. But, I don't know, it just seems riskier since I haven't done a face reveal. And this is also part of my brand. Am I allowed to show my eyes? I mean, no one said I can't, but I choose not to. If you're really desperate, I'll just tell you they're green. I don't think the bird likes the duct tape noises. He's okay though. Do I do furry jumps? I think you're talking about Therian quadrobics? No, I don't do that. I'm not a Therian. No hate to any Therians. I don't know, it's not my thing, so I choose not to. I mostly just film out of my bedroom anyway, and there's not enough room for that anyway. And where I live, it is wet, and that would be a little nasty. I don't know. I don't want to do that. It's my decision. What time is it? It is 1:18. And you're using military time, so that would be 13:19. American math. I am not an adult. No, I am a minor. I cannot vote. Do I sell Fursuit stuff? Well, yes, that's what I'm working on right now. And this is just sitting there. Yeah, it's a commission, so it's not going to be for sale. But if you head to the About section of my channel and click on my link tree, you can find my Etsy, and I have like a couple different fursuit things that you can buy. They're for sale if you are interested. And if you have money. I know many people don't. If you go to my link tree, you can see my commission prices. However, they are outdated, and I'm going to change them by the next time I open for commissions. So keep that in mind. Again, I don't have any of my prices memorized, just because I have such a big, it's a long list. I don't remember. Do my parents support me being a furry? Yes, otherwise I would have no space to store things, because oh my gosh. That, being a minor and all, I live with them. So it's kind of hard to have all this if they didn't. So yeah, they do. How many fursuits do I have? I have 3 suits, technically. Toki 2.0. I also have 1.0 in the closet. And I also have my first suit, Vex. I don't like to wear them. They are bad and ugly. I think this is like my 10th fursuit, or maybe 11th, I don't remember. It's a hassle to count every time. You like my hoodie? Thank you, I got this from Spilt Grape Soda on Etsy. Do my friends support me as a furry? They do. This is like my flex to them because I have money and they are all broke. So when they can't buy themselves like, I don't know, like pizza or something, I got money. And they can't make fun of me. Yes, you are hearing budgie bird noises. Did you buy that head? I bought this one, and I made both of those. And I just want to clarify something. This is not a fursuit, and it's not a protogen. It's just a cyberpunk mask I found on Etsy. Because people get confused, and I don't want to pretend that it's something that it is not. The longest tail I've ever made. It was 7 feet long. It's, if you go to my shorts and choose a popular filter, it's one of my top videos. I think it was worth $600. I sold it with a Dynamask, so it was more than that, but it was worth $600. It was really fun. It took me like a month to make. Just because of all the detail that was in it. My bird is being noisy. How did I make the rat tail? How did I make the rat tail? Alright, so I'll explain this the best I can. I made a pattern for myself out of paper, and I cut the pattern into like these segments, so they were like a bunch of like little rectangle shapes, and I sewed them all together to make like the lines in the tail. I know rats don't actually have that, but that's something that my client wanted. One moment, I need to blow my nose. Excuse me. And so I had like 2 different sides, and I made them both out of Mickey, and then I sewed the fur to like the top bit, and then I sewed the 2 pieces together. Yeah. Can I make a 10-foot long tail, and how much would you sell it for? Well, that depends. If it was like one solid color, and like no markings, no like feathers, spikes, or anything like that, then it would be probably $300 or $400. But if it was like super complex, there's all these like details and markings and patterns, then it would be more expensive than that, that's for sure. What foam do I use? I use upholstery foam and EVA foam. they're good for different things. Here, I'll kind of show you. So on the bottom here, I have EVA foam of this outdoor foot. And for the toes themselves and this like ankle bit here, this is upholstery foam. It's good, and you can like, it's carvable. But this, it's nice and solid. How long have I been a furry for? I've been a furry since the fall of humanity in 2020. I was bored and I didn't have anything to do, and I'm like, oh wow, look, internet has showed me furry stuff. I want to make that. So yeah, I'm making stuff now. So that's like 3 years? Yeah, it's been like 3 years. And I went to Amtoro Northwest last year, and I plan on going again this year. It's in Seattle. It's my local convention. And I'm hoping I can go up to Vancouver. I don't know for sure though. It's the one up in Canada. Because that one is also somewhat local. Like, when I went to A&W, when I say it's local, we didn't have to spend the night at a hotel. We could just drive there. So, but it's just the one convention right now. I loved it. It was such a blast. How long does it take to make a partial? Usually it takes like 2 to 4 months, depending on the character. And depending on how complicated the fursuit is to make. But usually it's like 3 or 4 months. It's very time consuming. And since I am a student, I go to school, that eats up a lot of my time, as you could imagine. This is not a full-time job for me, as much as I wish it was. But not really, because I don't make enough money to make a living. As much as I wish I did. How much would you sell Feetpaws for, and how much are they going to sell for the one that you're making? So this is actually going with a full suit, so I don't know how much they're worth exactly. Shoot, I don't think I have it on my prices, but I think like $300 to $400, because oh my gosh, they are so much work. But that would be for like outdoor Feetpaws. I am a fursuit maker. I'm working on making feet. And here's one fursuit I've made, and there's 2. Do you have any tips for going to a con with an electronic cosplay? I do not. I have never done that before. Can you say ooh woo and you will get a cookie? Well, I just did, so you're welcome. Do you have siblings? Yes. I am making a rat fursuit. I have an older sibling who is much older than me. I will not say more. Gravity Falls or the Owl House? I like both of them, but the Owl House is definitely my favorite. I picked the Owl House. Have you watched TADC? You're gonna have to fully spell that out for me. I don't know what that is. How long does it take for you to make Feetpaws? And do you have tutorials on how to make fursuit stuff? I have a couple of tutorials. You can find them in one of my playlists I have. How long does it take for me to make Feetpaws? Kind of depends. Probably like a month. Or maybe 3 weeks, depending on how efficient I am. But it's not fast. The fastest thing I can make is tails. Tails are so easy, and I love them. Well, easy compared to other things, at least. Oh, The Amazing Digital Circus. Yes, I have seen that. I am not obsessed with it, like 90% of the internet, but I enjoyed it. How much is that helmet? Well, I think it's worth like $300. But I got it on like a sale. So, I don't know if that's, I mean, it's probably still not going on. That was a year ago. But, yeah. Do a woo for a cookie? No. I cannot be bribed. And I just know that somebody out there is going to, like, take it out of context and just make a weird edit of me. And I don't want that. I didn't give anyone ideas. When did I start making fursuit stuff? 2020. I've been at it for quite some time. Oh, he's so cool. Oh my gosh, thank you. I try to be interesting. Kind of. I don't know, this is just how I am. Ugh. What's my name? Well, you don't get my real name, obviously. But you can call me Vex. That's my persona's name. That's what most people on here call me. Let's see, tips on going to a convention. I'd say don't over-prepare, but still prepare. So if, I don't know how to say this, don't overpack, just bring things that you think you'll need, and a couple things that you think you'll want. And I'd say, also, if you're thinking of buying a bunch of stuff, have a budget, and try not to go over budget. Like, I'd say for your first convention, don't spend more than $300. Unless you find something that you fall in love with and can't afford. But just be smart. Do I support Therians, etc.? I do. I do not personally believe what they believe, but I choose to respect people that have different beliefs than mine. What's my favorite show? I have a bunch of shows that I like, but I'd say that my favorite is Stranger Things, and I cannot wait for season 5 to come out. When it comes out. I don't know when that's gonna be. Because I think with the writer's strikes, it got delayed. Do I sell Fursuit stuff? I do. Head to the About section of my channel, go to my link tree, and click on my Etsy. Do a woo for X amount of money. I don't think anyone has that much money. What are my pronouns? Thank you so much for asking. My pronouns are they, he. So they, them, or he, him, both cool. I need more tape. Face reveal? No. If we get to 50K, maybe. But I don't see 50K of you, so. Have any tips for fursuit making? I'm going to need you to be more specific. But like in general, take your time. Do I support zoos? No. No, I do not. Anyone who does can unsubscribe, for all I care. Oh, okay. I will talk louder. I thank you for telling me. I have some stuff going on in the background, like the neighbors. I have one sibling. Ray in the box, you are so nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How do you add the bottom base of a dragon puppet? Good question. I don't know. I have never made one of those. Just because it hasn't been interesting to me personally. I do not know. My favorite color is blue. You guys are all being so nice. Thank you. Tape. How do you go live on YouTube Shorts? Good question. The live will just show up in your feed because I'm like horizontal? Or no, vertical, that's the right word. Yeah. I need more tape. You crazy bird. I have watched The Amazing Digital Circus. I'm just not obsessed with it. I liked it, but I'm not crazy about it. Do I have any pets? I do. I have a bird, which you can hear in the background. I also have a dog, and I have 6 chickens. My dog's name is Lily, and she is, I think, like 12. She's an old girl. I did not make this helmet. I bought it on Etsy. If you just search cyberpunk mask on Etsy, you'll probably find something like it. Who are you? I'm the random furry on your recommended page. You're welcome. I am making a fursuit right now. I'm making some feet. Here. Do you have any YouTube merch? If you mean merch from my channel, yes I do. You can go to the About section of my channel, find my link tree, and click on my Etsy. And I have some merch there. If you mean like merch from other YouTubers, yes. I was at a thrift store the other day. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. And I found a Mr. Beast hoodie, and I got it for $6. So now I got a Mr. Beast hoodie. what do I do after the tape? That's a really good question. So once this is all covered in tape, what I'll do is I will draw on kind of like in the middle of the toes, because I'm going to need this to be flat so I can transfer it onto fabric. And then once I do that, I'm going to soak all the fabric up and glue it on here. What kind of fursuit are you making? I'm making a rat fursuit. It's a toony style. Do you like Wings of Fire? I do. Except I have not read the most recent book, and I feel bad about it. But I don't like reading, so I haven't. Did you get fan art before? I have gotten fan art before. It's always so nice when people do it. Put down here. Yeah, okay. Favorite animal? I'm gonna have to say birdies. Because I really like birdies. Okay, I am done patterning the foot. The rest of the process I'm going to do off stream just because I need good vision. I'm going to answer, let's say 5 more questions, and then I'll go. Okay. Oh, if you want to make fan art, be sure to tag me so I can actually see it. But thank you, even if you don't do it. Yeah. If you could have any fursuit, what would it be? I would want a suit of my Persona Vex. What's the shirt you have on? This is a hoodie made by Spilt Grape Soda on Etsy. Yeah. They're a fursuit maker. Do you know how to do a furry jump? If you mean Therian quadrobics, I do not. How are you? Thank you for asking. I'm tired. But it's a 3-day weekend, so there's that. Favorite color? Blue. Oh, where are all these people coming from? Do you live in Texas? I do not. I live in Washington State. I always have to clarify that. Alright, I think I am going to leave now because I am tired and I need to work on this out of mask and no face reveal. So, I hope everyone enjoyed. I will see everybody later. Bye-bye.